In the days, weeks, months, and generations to come, we know that countless people will improve their health here, achieve peak physical fitness here, learn how to take care of their bodies here, compete here, and win here. Am I right, coaches? Yeah. You've heard the phrase, if these walls could talk. Well, the old Miller building had many stories to tell, many moments of triumph that live on in the memories and hearts of our athletes and coaches, students and community members who came through its doors. And I'm positive that the new Miller building will have similar stories to tell, starting today with this one right here. As we celebrate today, I want to thank all of you, the students and employees of KCC, the members of this community, the taxpayers throughout the KCC taxing district. Without your support and your generosity, projects like this would not be possible. Thanks to you, KCC is able to create opportunities for students that wouldn't otherwise exist. Think about that. And thanks to you, KCC is able to offer a wide array of courses and programs that serve the diverse educational needs of our community.
What you see here represents $10 million, and it has been supported by our Board of Trustees unanimously. Those of us, our architects here, know that we spent about a year trying to figure out, could we put an NCAA regulation gym in the old building? And quite frankly, we weren't able to do that. So we weren't able to renovate the old building because of the safety standards that are in today's sports. So we ended up taking the building down, but it cost us a little bit more than we wanted to. But I want to recognize the Board of Trustees and some of the members of the board are here, the active board right now. I'd like to introduce them if I can. Chairman Steve Claywell. Trustee O'Donnell. Trustee Jonathan Bird. Trustee and Trustee Jill Booth. I also want to thank the KCC team here, and in the audience, humbly, is John DiPiero. And John was our facility director for 17 years. After he retired, he volunteered to come forward and help us manage these projects as we go forward on a part-time basis. And I would be absolutely lost without recognizing John's work here on this building as well as other projects going on in campus, and his dedication to the college, and again, commitment to the college. As we all know, you just don't replace 17 years of institutional knowledge like that. So to have John here, I wanted just to recognize that, as well as Eric Green, obviously our MC today, and the work that he's done, and Teresa Durham with our foundation, who has been a great part of this building. We are continuing to work outside the building. If you get a chance to go out back, I would suggest to do so. Our foundation, led by Teresa, is working on the North End Gateway project here on the corner. We're working with the Battle Creek Community Foundation, and we're hoping to try to continue to enhance the North Gateway to our campus. And again, we look forward to the improvements that we want to make doing that. Also, the City of Battle Creek, because right now what we are working on with the City of Battle Creek is through the State of Michigan DNR. We're working with them on an extension of the linear park. So the park actually would go around the building, come up through this hill, and actually go into the new entry sign that we're proposing to build. And Teresa, I know you got posters here somewhere, you can't see them, but our intent is to make the north side entrance as welcoming to our guests coming into the Battle Creek area from the north. So again, a lot going on. Tom Matheson's here too. Tom, please raise your hand. Tom Matheson is the master architect and planner for the college. When I got the finance sheet out today, this goes back to Dr. Ohm, when he was running the projects and I was working for him. That fiscal Excel sheet actually had over $100 million of work that we had done over 20 years. And Tom has been the master architect for that. He also created the enclosed walkway on our campus and many other things, including this building and the RMTCs coming on. And again, what makes this so well is just the partnerships that we have. And speaking of partnerships, the partnership with both Walbridge and Schweitzer. Kurt Fraunfelder's here. Kurt's worked with us for almost 20 years. Drew Schweitzer's here. He's worked with us, and we actually worked with Drew's father, who was involved in the very early stages of the work that we did under the 21st century. So what makes this so great is that we're using our local resources and we have created these great relationships and partnerships with our community. And I just wanted to thank all of you. We don't take that for granted. And again, how important that is to the success of the outcome that we have here today. Again, our subcontractors, I see some of them here. Again, Battle Creek Tile, Battle Creek Glass, Mall City, Union Electric. We try to retain those tax dollars here in our community using our local subcontractors. And what makes it so nice is to have them be here and working for us, going from project to project. Actually, they left this building and now they're out at the RMTC working on a $4.3 million renovation to our training center out there. I would again concur to our athletic department, Tom Shaw and his staff. They have been extremely patient as we focused on academic classes, and as we focused on training centers and academic centers. Tom knew that the Miller building would be last, but not least. And when we got to it, we tried to tackle it in the same way we tackled everything else. The one piece that I want to just interject, and we're working on right now, but one of the things I was handed as we were getting this building done was the original basketball from the original game, from the original tip-off when we opened this building in 1966. The ref at the time in that game was the Honorable L. Bobrovsky. So what he doesn't know, but what we're going to do, is I have that basketball encased in glass in my office. And I believe the first game, Tom's here, I believe the first game is our women's basketball team coming up. November 9th. November 9th. So if Al is here, we are going to do a ceremonial jump ball with him in a ref uniform. You might got to tuck that six-pack in a little bit. But we're going to do a ceremonial jump ball. We're going to sign that ball. We're going to sign the original ball that's here in my office from 1966. And then it's going to go into the showcase here in the Miller building. So we will coordinate that with you. We'd love to have you. And just so I can say, Al's been so involved, not only in our government here, but Al was heavily involved in the TIFA board. And the TIFA board has been a tremendous supporter of Kellogg Community College, especially the work that we've done at the Regional Manufacturing Technology Center. It was a big part, not only of the renovation that we're doing right now, but of about a $2.6 million renovation that we just put on that building. So again, Al, thank you for your support. I want to officially dedicate this building if we can, and Teresa's over here, and I would ask the chair and the vice chair and the board to come over, and if they would just peel that back. All right.
The grant for the original Miller Gym was given in 1964 to KCC, and it was significant, as it was the very first large grant for the newly formed Albert L. and Louise B. Miller Foundation. Mr. Miller so loved and believed in Battle Creek that he started a foundation, both to honor his parents and to serve for the betterment of Battle Creek. You can see his lasting legacy on the Washington Street Bridge, at the Camley Plaza Hotel, at the Binder Zoo, and now the legacy continues with this new gym. In the words of the late, great Robert B. Miller, we must use our resources to the best advantage in making our community a finer, better, happier one. And KCC is clearly doing this while building a better, brighter future for our community.
Out of the old building, we pulled the time capsule over here. You'll see the one that's kind of marred. That's a copper box that was placed by Mr. Miller back in 1966 when the cornerstone was laid in the old building. We have some of the artifacts that were in that time capsule as well. We're also going to be placing a new time capsule right here between Kara and Sarah. And here's the new time capsule and some of the more modern artifacts that we're going to be placing in there in the coming weeks ahead. So if you actually, the two of you want to peel back that and unveil the plaque for that.
We look forward to many championships won here and the future leaders to cross through these doors and to be given access to an exceptional education. Congratulations on this beautiful building and the local partnerships that were used to do this. On behalf of the Battle Creek Area Chamber of Commerce, we want to say thank you and congratulations.
Don't miss.